Okay, hi, my name is Regina Beltrán Schobert, and I'm going to talk to you about something that really, really, really matters to me. Here I have two bills. One is shiny, it's new, it's very clean. And the other one is crusty, it's ugly, it looks like it had a really bad night. Someone stepped on it, someone probably wrinkled it in their pocket. And I'm here to show you the difference between them, far beyond their looks. Raise your hand if you've ever had an argument, a fight, or a disagreement with anyone, anything. Yeah, exactly. Well, sometimes it happens that we don't know how to convince them otherwise. We want to prove our point, and we will not back down until they know that we are right and they are wrong. I'm sure we've all felt like this. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't always have to continue fighting. We don't always have to choose that battle, choose to keep going. Because sometimes it's not even important and it's too petty to even care. I want you to know that it's okay to back down from a battle. Now you might tell me, no, this is important, this is something that matters. Well, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is worth it. Sometimes it will be something that you have to keep going and persuade the person. But most of the time, it's just a petty battle that it's not worth wasting your time and energy on. Why do we feel like this? Well, often we feel like this determines who we are, or we have the need to be right in these moments. Why am I telling you this right here, right now? Why have I chosen to come and give you a whole talk about this? Well, because I am a very stubborn person. The type of person that is strong and determined and will not leave until you know that I am right, and I will not leave you alone, and I will go to your house and I will pursue you, and I'm very annoying, okay? One of the most valuable lessons that I've learned is that it's not always worth it. Sometimes I have to back down. Sometimes it's better that way. There, forgot that slide. All right, I'm going to give you two examples from my personal life, real situations that I hope will help you understand what I mean by a fight that's worth it and one that's not. So one day I was in my classroom and the class ended and we were about to leave, and as I grabbed my backpack, I found an AirPod on the floor. We all know what an AirPod is, right? Yes? Just one AirPod. And I didn't know whose it was. So I grabbed it and I said, I'm going to take it to my next class and ask my classmates, like, is this yours? So I reached my next class and I started talking to someone. And as I'm talking, someone comes up to me and says, oh, that's Fulanito's AirPod. And I say, oh, okay, here, you can go give it to him because I was just going to ask whose it was. Well, after that, everything went on normally. When we went back to my classroom, this girl comes up to me. I was working, and she says, aren't you going to go defend yourself? And I say, what are you talking about? And I see Fulanito and his friends talking to the teacher. They were yelling at her, talking to her about something. And it turns out, when I get close, that Fulanito is accusing me of stealing his AirPod. Of stealing it, of wanting to steal it. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. So that's the preview. I'll tell you what happens later. The next story is about my family. My family, we had to go on a trip for the weekend, so my parents could sign some documents, something important. And the plan was to leave on Thursday and come back on Sunday. The thing is, I had Moon on Thursday and Friday. I don't know if you know what Moon is. It's something very important. And on Saturday and Sunday, I had to practice for theater. I went and told my parents about this, and I told them, well, you know what, this is important. Like, I can't go, I have to stay. I worked very hard, it's worth for my grade. And they said, no, we can't do anything about it. You're gonna have to miss it. Too bad, so sad. Right, has anyone told you, like, too bad, so sad, whatever? Exactly. He knows what I'm talking about. So, now I want you to think, which situation was worth arguing about? Which situation did I have to defend myself in? And then there was another one. There's a situation where it was worth it. And then there was one where whatever happens, happens, too bad. Like, I mean, it's not worth it, okay? You're just gonna waste your time. Well, you don't have to answer, just think about it, and I'm gonna give you the answer in a bit. So just think about that. Okay. The AirPods story is not worth it. Yes. I'm going to tell you why. The actual person, the teacher, who was going to determine who was right and who was wrong, and if I actually stole this AirPod, was the teacher, okay? I knew that she was aware of the kind of person that I am, that I wouldn't care for just one little AirPod, right? What was I gonna do with it? My past actions have proved that I wouldn't do what they were accusing me of. Therefore, I see no point in staying to fight. To finish the story, I got close to the teacher and I just said, they are falsely accusing me of something that I wouldn't do and that I would never do. And then I went and sat down, right? And what happened in the story, ultimately the teacher believed me, not the kid who spent 30 minutes yelling at the teacher, she stole my AirPod, she should get a report, she should, and in the end, didn't get his way. On the other hand, finding a way to stay for the weekend was worth it. I had to convince my parents, I had to tell them this is important. It was important to me, to what I was gonna do in the future, it was valuable for me. It was something that I wanted to do, and even for my grade, right? Sometimes grade is something very important to us. Well, I convinced my parents, yay, and in the end I ended up staying, and guess what happened? My play was a very huge success, and I won first place in Moon. It's worth it sometimes. Thank you, thank you. When something is actually important to you, when it will shape you as a person, your values, your principles, that's when you can fight. 100% defend your point of view to other people. It doesn't matter whether you end up being right or wrong, or if things go your way, if they don't go your way. What matters is you try and stick to that. If it's something petty, then don't even bother with it, honestly. Sometimes it's just easier to let go and even make the other person believe that they're right, even though they aren't. It's very hard, I know, but it's one of the most liberating things you'll ever do. It will show maturity and make your life just a little bit easier as time goes by. A lot of us fight this because we question things like our value. Like, how much are we really worth if we don't win this fight? Self-value, or what other people might think of you, is something that you guys will struggle with or already struggle with. Just let go. Don't waste your time on dumb fights. I want all of you to be happy, to know how to choose your battles. Here are the two bills again. Imagine they're people, okay? This one, it's shiny and new because that's how life has treated it. That's how people have treated it. That's how they see this bill, okay? The other one, people have stepped on it. People have treated it badly. People have tried to do bad things to it and they haven't cared about it. But which one is worth more? This one is worth 20 pesos. And the ugly one is worth 100. Your value does not come from other people. It does not come from what they want people to believe about you. It comes from you. Your value is yours, and no one can lower it but yourself. And the other people who know what you are worth and respect it are proof of that. Never be afraid to put yourself out there, and never care what you are worth to other people. Doesn't matter how much people go against you. Choose the battles that matter and try your best, because you never know what might end up happening in the end.